really sweet how you touch each other. You like to touch like, in a non-sexual way,
God.
and it is in a loving way
Yes.
of like.
Oh my God!
Bro, even through this press tour, something's bothering her. She's gonna fix something.
I'm so
I know.
sorry.
She's getting the fixing itch.
People on Twitter were like, I thought they were about to kiss here. But this has people asking, does Ariana like this? Does she need this level of physical protection? Does Cynthia know something we don't?
I don't think I've ever seen two people act so, like, odd, ever.
These before and after photos from the Wicked cast actually frighten me, and I feel like this needs to be a larger conversation that we're having.
Ari needs contact when there's emotion, so she needs to be close. So I'd just be there with her for a second.
I read that during filming, you both got tattoos.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
many.
Can you show us any of them and what the story behind them are?
This one is for good. So that when we hold hands, they touch. We have our poppies here.
Hers is upside down, mine is the other way.
And then you have, well, you can't show
I can't show it today, but well,
She has her hat and her broom.
My hat is on the inside of my arm. My broom is on the outside of my arm here.
The first one we got.
Which one?
Oh,
the heart. So
and
she has.
G.
I have a heart with a G in it. She has a heart with an E in it.
On the backs of our
And the
legs.
backs of the-
If you had to describe each other's aura, what color would it be?
That's a nice question. An aura.
Yellow.
For me?
Sunshine. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And like also, I think there's also purple.
that was very good.
I hope you'll let my French be one of the things that you're learning how to let in.
It's been a pleasure working with you. It's been a pleasure spending time with you. It's been a pleasure getting to know you. And I hope you will be there for the rest of my life.
Hi, and I hope you will be too, and it's been the privilege of my life.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. Hi, it's Keisha, nice to meet you all. Get in here. I'm missing some nails, so mind your business, yeah? Get in here, because we've got quite a bit to get on into. So if you are just like me and you are chronically online and probably need to go and touch some grass because, you know, maybe it's been a couple of hours. For some people, it's been days or months. Bitch, we are not the same. I'm joking. Am I joking? Anyways, if you're new around here, I basically am a yapaholic. I chat a bunch of bleep, then go about my day. If you like it, then stick around. It's a fun time, I can promise you that. But yeah, I have been seeing the Wicked cast all over my For You page. Doesn't matter what social, English. Doesn't matter what social media platform I log on into. And I'm just going to start this video off by saying, I know people have their thoughts and opinions on Cynthia Erivo. They think she's obsessed with Ariana Grande. They think that she does too much. We're going to get on into that. Hold on. But one thing I'm very thankful for is that amazing, impeccable vocals, of course, right? And I'm just so happy that she like made a move to the States, because the UK just wasn't appreciating her. They were sleeping on her like they do with Jessie J. A lot of the soulful, talented beings in the UK, they haven't really gotten their shine. They haven't really had their moment like that. Obviously, Jessie J had we're not here to talk about Jessie, are we? Hey, Jessie, hey, ooh. Watch someone say, Keisha, I think you might have ADHD. Can I fault them? Do you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm all here for inclusivity. Also, hello, it's 2025. You get all the times. I feel like everyone's got it, but also not really, because I don't, to my knowledge. But who knows? My whole For You page is Wicked content, Wicked. And I'm just like so over it. Like, I'm going to be the first person to maybe say like, you know what? I'm going to be brave enough to say it. I'm over it. I'm so happy that Wicked for Good just recently came out. And we can finally be done with this. Apparently they're going to do like a remake and reboots. Bitch, nothing needs to be rebooted or remade. Everything's great as it is. It's successful. I just don't know if I want to see them as a collective anymore. Because I've been seeing compilations of them individually and I miss that, you know? Even Cynthia Erivo, I'm like, you know, this dynamic may be fun and cute and probably was in the beginning. But I do feel like I see some moments where I'm like, okay, this is quite questionable. Oh, in a sense that, okay. So yeah, like the memes that Cynthia Erivo has done this year has been absolutely chef's kiss. For that alone, there should be some sort of nomination for it. Are you dumb? What do you mean? The meme of her stepping back a year ago, them needing to hold space? Excuse me? Like, she is just that girl. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I might not agree with certain ways that she moves, but I do think that in terms of Stan, Twitter, in terms of pop culture, she has been that girl, period. And it's like she's unintentionally funny as well. So again, thank you, Cynthia Erivo, for these iconic memes. Forever go down in history, okay? Now, we've got so many things to talk about today. So try and stay with me. Of course, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Hype the video, subscribe, comment, like, do all that fun YouTube stuff. It literally costs you nothing and takes about 5 seconds. So what are you waiting for? Or no, literally it costs you nothing, and I get it. Like, inflation is a thing. I'm not trying to like pinch your money. Do you know what I mean? It literally free of charge, and it would help me out. We do not gatekeep around here. When you press these buttons and you interact, it helps notify YouTube that, hey, this bitch over here exists and she's kind of lit. So yeah, I do think they look different. I think Michelle looks different as well. I know her from Crazy Rich Asians, and she's been in other projects since then, and that's not how I know her to be. I don't know what's going on the set. Who knows? Maybe in 5 to 10 years time, there may be a documentary that comes out exposing what's happened on the set, because a lot of people are looking hella unrecognizable. And that's the thing. There is nothing wrong with saying someone looks different. There is nothing wrong with saying, whoa, that person looks different. We're not all going to look the same. But there's nothing wrong with thinking someone dramatically looks different too, because that can just be a simple fact. I get it. People say, do not comment on people's bodies. Do not do this. Do not do that. People still do it anyways. Doesn't make it right, but it's still happening. And I think a lot of people who say, stop doing this, stop doing that, is because it's typically, not always, but typically in defense of their fave, in defense of their favorite celebrity who doesn't really know they exist. And even if they know they exist, it's like, now what? You know? I do think a lot of people look different. And I think maybe people have felt that way about me. I don't know. I can come across someone that I went to secondary school with, and they may think, whoa, you look so different, you know? Good or maybe bad reason, I don't know. But I do think a lot of these women look very different. And I do think there was like a drastic change. And I just hope that everyone is good. I pray for their health. Because when we see the before after photos of how these women looked, and it's mainly the women here anyways, how these women looked before they even bagged the role of Wicked, it was very different. Now, Ariana Grande has always been quite small. There's actually this video that I came across on TikTok, and this lady was saying that she's worked with Ariana Grande maybe like 10 years ago. And every time that she saw Ariana Grande, I guess she didn't see her from the front, it was more so from the back or like a certain angle. She always thought that it was a small girl, you know, a small girl who was just like dressed up or whatever. But it was, she saw that it was Ariana Grande. And she said that she's pretty much concerned for her.
I've worked with Ariana Grande twice on 2 different music videos. And this was maybe 10 years ago. And even 10 years ago, she was the smallest adult I have ever seen in my life, height-wise and size-wise. The first time I saw her both times, she had her back to me. I was like, wow, that child is really glammed up. Who is that? And I turned around, I'm like, oh, it's Ariana Grande. And the fact that she is so much smaller now is very concerning. I know we say, you know, have we learned nothing from Chadwick Boseman? He was sick. He was dying. So her looking so small now, I know she has been through hell just coming from Nickelodeon and being close to Dan Schneider. She looks very unwell.
Listen, Ariana Grande, we know, is already petite. She's small. And I know that she's been skinny. Her weight has fluctuated just like any human beings is going to, you know, it can fluctuate from medication, stress, mental health. Just as humans, we're just going to want to maybe put on weight sometimes, lose weight, whatever it is. If things are done in a healthy manner, then sure. But the thing is, people are allowed to find the transformation to be dramatic. Some people believe that she looks exactly how she looked like 10 years ago. I do think she's had a bunch of different eras. A lot of people say they missed the era when Sweetener came out, Oh Thank You Next. It was a good time, yes, but we've heard her express that she's had to go through a lot and it wasn't a happy time for her. So in terms of mental health, she wasn't in a great place, you know? So to want her to get back to that version, I understand it. Maybe for you, to your eyes, it looks like she was more iconic. But like, people are allowed to have their thoughts and opinions. There's no need to like do the whole back and forth. As long as it's done in a respectful manner, yes. But I do think they do look different. And Michelle as well. I was like, whoa. Like when I saw a video of her last week, I was like, girl, what Michelle is this? Because it's not the one that they're putting on the... That's not her. Who that? Who that in the bag? But it's Michelle. And I just hope that nothing tapped was happening behind the scenes, but it is crazy. I don't know, like, this need to be like super duper skinny, it just doesn't look appealing to me. I'm gonna be honest, it's never really been appealing to me. Like, skinny, we get it, it's always been in or whatever, but this like need to be thin or look underweight, I just don't understand it. And people chase it constantly. People in Hollywood chase it because they think it equals perfection, but you're constantly going to be chasing this thing that is unattainable, and in the long run you're probably sick, like, low-key. And that's not me talking about Ariana Grande, Michelle, or Cynthia, but it's just me having this conversation because a lot of people are talking about the fact that these ladies look very underweight, and they probably aren't eating. There was this like rumor saying that they only eat eggs and drink water. I don't know how you guys would know that. Like, what is it that you know that we don't know? If that's true, then that's not good. That's completely unhealthy. And also, I think a lot of platforms do glamorize eating disorders. I do. I think there's a lot of like thinspo pictures that I see on Pinterest. I'm thinking Pinterest is like the less tapped platform. I'm thinking, you know what? My favorite thing to do at nighttime is listen to a podcast, listen to music, and scroll on Pinterest and create some boards and get ready to like change my hair, because Pinterest, love it down, right? But then the thinspo, when you get to that section of things, it's just like, it's like, no, it should not be glamorized. Also, I remember it was a couple of years ago, Anne Hathaway, I think she had to like lose a lot of weight or gain a bunch of weight for a movie role. I don't know how to feel about that, because I get it, committing to the bit, but I'm just kind of like, bro, take me as I am. I'm joking, let me stop. But I get it, committing to the bit. But it just feels like anything that's going to take a toll or possibly take a toll on my mental health, I don't want any parts of it. I'd rather you just give it to someone else who looks the way you want the actress to look for the movie or for the role. But she was even saying that, you know, things got really techie for her, and she was just encouraging people in a respectful manner to just like eat. This is not the way to go about it. Like, things can get really damaging and really unhealthy. And let's be honest, like, the way people glamorize skinny, and also listen, skinny is fine, but it's when bones start to pop out, is when you generally look frail, you're shaky. There is a quick, there's a dramatic, drastic quickness in the way you got skinny, right? That's when it becomes very alarming, okay? Ariana Grande has been small, she's been skinny. I think a lot of people are comparing her to maybe 2018, 2019 era, which she just doesn't look that way anymore, but that's fine. I think that for me, when it comes to Ariana Grande, the only thing that I don't understand is the whole baby thing. Like, I don't know, like, I think, like, I get it, because, like, Kat Valentine was like, like, she was, like, the ditzy character, favorite character, by the way, but she was a ditzy character, the one who, I guess they wouldn't take her seriously, but she was just cute, she was adorable, you know? Some people could say she was, like, baby-ish, you know, but I just feel like Ariana Grande is a grown-ass woman. She's a grown-ass woman. If I'm not mistaken, 31, 32. Cynthia Erivo is 38 years of age. This dynamic they have sometimes on red carpets, I'm just like, girl, what? This whole baby persona, I need to know where it came from. And I need to know when it's going to end, because I hate that we're here. As a fan, I hate that we're here. I hate that we're doing this whole baby thing, because I just don't, what? Girl, you grown. Like, come on, girl, come on. You know? Another thing that really irritates me when I see the press for Wicked is, you know, that whole Singapore situation where that guy was like running up on, you know, Ariana Grande, and then in comes Cynthia Erivo. I automatically knew when that happened, and I said this on my second channel because we had a discussion about it. I'll leave my second channel down below for you guys. Definitely check it out, because for the month of November, I'm posting every single day. You do not want to miss out. It's been a fun time over on there, okay? But I gave my thoughts and opinions at the time, and I said I automatically knew how the media was going to frame Cynthia Erivo. Like, of course, she was the one to come and rescue Ariana Grande. And for some people, it's like, oh my God, that's a good thing. Like, it's a flex. Like, it's a great thing. What she did was amazing, but that wasn't her job. It should have been a security. They were hired there to protect these stars. They should have had sleep with one eye. Let me stop. One eye open when I'm sleeping. No, but seriously though, they should have been on job, and they just weren't. Cynthia Erivo was on there, and she came to rescue, and I hate that. I'm gonna say it. I hate it. I hate what it's become. I hate the memes that I'm seeing. Now, do I laugh and cackle sometimes at 1 a.m. when I should be fast asleep? Yes, it lives rent free in my head. It was funny in the beginning to some degree, but then it just kind of is like, you guys are making it out that Cynthia is this man, and that she's manly because she's so muscular and toned, that, you know, she has no feminine traits. And I've seen people just say the wildest things about Cynthia, and I don't like it. I really don't like it. And I just knew that was going to happen. You know, and why is it that a black woman has to come and save the day every single time? I see so many viral clips of things happening and then a black woman will step up and, you know, shut things down, keep things calm. And it's like, why does it have to be us to save the day? I don't know about you, but I'm tired, okay? I automatically, I knew what that moment was going to look like. I knew how the media was going to perceive it. A lot of people creating memes of her, because she's obviously naturally toned, and a lot of Nigerians are naturally toned, by the way. I know I have like toned arms and people think I go to the gym and do you lift, bro? No, bitch, I don't. It's just genetics. You've either got it or you don't. Let me stop it. That was mean. But like literally, I don't know. It's annoying because she's a woman. She's a woman. You know that. Stop being dumb. And the memes of her like holding Ariana tight, that makes me laugh. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that makes me laugh because yes, it is funny. But then when we see the conversations being had and we see the amount of racism happening to Cynthia, I cannot just sit here and pretend I'm okay with it because it's not cool. Just say you don't like black women and keep it pushing. Because had it been any other skin tone, you will not be making these memes. It wouldn't even be that comical for you. Let's be so for real, okay? Now, when we talk about dynamic between Ariana Grande and Cynthia, I do think they are awfully close. I get it. You know, you can really love your best friend down. We know they have matching tattoos. I know people have problems with that. For me, I just feel like if you're already someone who's got tattoos, then getting another one is just like, it doesn't mean much. I mean, it does for some people, but for me, it's not like the biggest deal. Like, I have to love you down and we have to share a connection, but also, bitch, you could not be my friend next week. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I wouldn't recommend tattooing someone. I know that people tattoo their partners and then things go left. I personally wouldn't do that. But like, these things happen, right? Like, how many people tattoo someone's name thinking that was going to be the man they're going to marry, and then bitch, they do them dirty and then we don't talk anymore. Literally, you know, that's like my biggest fear, but I guess you can easily just cover it up. But again, ladies and gentlemen, it's not worth it, is it? Yeah, like, I know they have this dynamic that people find very strange. I do think certain parts of it are strange, but I also do think that when you've been spending many hours with someone, months on end, you grow close with them. When you are the two main stars of the show, you kind of need to get along, because if you don't, then that's a long, long, long day. That's stressful. They clearly get along. I don't know what they've bonded over. You've got a lot of people saying that they've trauma bonded. You've got people, these conspiracy theories online are absolutely crazy, by the way. Some of them I can kind of see where you guys are coming from. Others I'm like, you guys need to go and touch grass, keep walking, get your 10K steps in, come back, create a CV, do something. Do you know what I mean? Because some of them is just like, what? How did we get here? But we're here, apparently. You know, I do think that when it comes to friendships, it is harder as you get older, and I can't imagine what it's like for them being in a spotlight. You just thinking everyone's trying to be, especially Ariana Grande, her level of fame, probably, you know, people, probably her assuming that everybody wants to be around with her for the wrong reasons. You know, there's a lot of leeches in the industry, okay? Even me, with the followers that I have, there are a lot of leeches, people who don't even care about you like that for real, but they want something. They want to take. I can't imagine the amount of horror stories that Ariana Grande has when it comes to that and fake friends. But maybe she's just found a genuine friend in Cynthia. Do I think that where they're at right now with the press conferences and videos and clips and viral moments that I've seen recently is a little bit, yes, I do think that. I do think there are certain clips where Cynthia looks like she's obsessively watching Ariana Grande. And, you know, sometimes it's funny. It's like, it's a key. But it's like, if that was me in real life, bitch, don't look at me like that. Like, what do you mean I'm greeting a fan, this guy, and we're going in, like, we're embracing each other, having this moment here, and in the back is Cynthia. Who that in the back? It's Cynthia, girl. Also, can we talk about how Cynthia's literally lived a million different lives? I know a lot of people know her from Wicked. I knew her before that. She's always been this amazing, like, she's just so talented, you know, she's just so talented. And I don't know, I just think she's a diva, and I love that for her. But I do think that there's some moments where I'm like, can you guys stop this? And also, can we stop acting like Wicked is amazing. Wicked is phenomenal. Mwah. And I hope it sweeps with the awards, yeah? Because I think it should definitely sweep a lot more. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought they would have, you know, swept a little bit more, but I don't know. And also, just because a movie doesn't get the award doesn't mean it's not good. It's good, and it did well in the box office for a reason. You know, it's the Ariana Grande fans who went out to actually go and support, but it's also the Wicked stands, the musical theatre people. So there's that. It's hard making friends. So when you finally meet someone who you connect with and click with, it is gonna feel amazing. It's gonna feel like, damn, where have you been my whole life, bitch? We're soul sisters, different parents, you know what I mean? However, I don't want to see you make no faces in the picture. What do you mean you're in the background staring at me, interacting with someone else? Who, what, where, when? Most importantly, why? Why are we here? What are we doing? So Cynthia, there's been some moments where I'm like, it kind of gives obsessive. You've got Ariana Grande acting like a child in some clips, and then you've got Cynthia Erivo, you know, just like observing Ariana Grande to a T. And I don't know if I want that in a friend. Don't know if I really want that in a partner. So yeah, I just feel like there's a clip that I saw, I don't know, and she's just like touching Ariana Grande's hands, and it's like, first and foremost, personal space, back it up. I love you down, but not that much, yeah? You've got people who are thinking that they're together. I don't know. I know Cynthia Erivo has a wife. Didn't know that until 2 days ago. But I do remember her being with her, I remember her partner like a year ago, like low-key, high-key, like sending subtle shots because of the dynamic of Ariana Grande and Cynthia. They were very close in interviews, and they were like hella emotional, and it was just a lot, to be honest with you. Now, there's less crying. I guess Ariana Grande really has no tears left to cry because the tears haven't been there, but we can tell they're emotional, and there's nothing wrong with being emotional. This is like her dream role. I would be crying any given chance because I would be like, damn, I really am here. I'm really here. I really did that. I really ate. I really devoured. Everything I dreamt of as a kid is happening for me. Yes, I'm a huge pop star. The whole world knows me. But this is what I really want. It's like, what's next? She's probably constantly chasing next successes. But to strip it down and take it back to your childhood, that's probably where the emotion comes from for her, is what I think anyways. Again, it could be rage baiting, but that would be odd because it has nothing to do with the movie. But I'm not gonna lie to you, it definitely took my ass cheeks to the cinema to go and watch because I'm like, okay, what's all these tears about? I'm not gonna lie to you, not a huge performing arts type of girl. Did do it in college, but like, you know, I'm not really like this big super fan, but I can definitely appreciate the fact that it's a good film. If you haven't seen it, part 1 or part 2, definitely go and check it out. But I don't know, I feel like all these tears, I get it, but come on, girls. Like, you would think that they just discovered a brand new country. You would think they just discovered oil. You like the way they talk in these interviews, the whole cast, in fact, it's like they're just so glad to have each other in their lives. And I get it. Like, maybe this just feels like family. And maybe it's something that we just can't relate to. You know, working on set with people endless amount of hours and it just growing into this amazing bond. Sure. There's always that. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like the cast of Fast and Furious. They say it feels like family. Well, if they said that before. But then things got messy and there was like, okay, anyways. But yeah, you get my point. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like if my friend was heavily observing me like that, baby, I'm gonna think that you're in love with me and you're obsessed with me, and you probably have like a GPS tracker on my car. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm at. Maybe I watch too much Thriller. It's not even that, babes. I just stay ready so I don't have to get ready. Simple as. Like, the compilations I've seen of Cynthia just like protecting Ariana Grande, she's not like, what is it you know that we don't know? This is how I feel when I see some of these clips. I'm like, is she this like frail being who can't stand alone? I don't understand. And also, shouldn't it be security's job to be hella alert? Like, I don't understand how it's Cynthia is an actress. She is another star of this film. I do think a lot of times she's very attentive to Ariana Grande. And look, only God knows the types of conversations they're having. Only God knows what it is that maybe Ariana Grande is dealing with. Because there was another interview that I've seen of Cynthia basically saying that Ariana Grande needs this, Ariana Grande needs this, and Ariana needs that. So they've definitely shared vulnerable, intimate moments and had chats. We know that Ariana Grande, we publicly know this anyways. God knows what else she's gone through. We know that she's gone through some hardships. She's lost one of her previous partners, you know, Mac Miller. She unfortunately had to go through that whole Manchester bombing situation. And that was global news. It was as a supporter or just as a person, something that was saddening to hear. We don't know what it is that she's still dealing with in present day. And to that stupid prick, that Singapore fan, mind you, only got arrested for 9 days. So by the time this video goes out, he's probably out. Excuse me? Consequences for your actions where? Because what do you mean? And this is not his first rodeo. He's done it to The Weeknd. He's done it to Katy Perry. And he's probably going to do it to someone else next. I don't even flipping know who at this point. Get a life, okay? That would have scared her. You know, someone running up, that would scare me. That would take me out. But I really just wish it was a security's job to be on 10 toes. I wonder who got fired that day, because ain't no way, boy. What do you mean a co-star's coming to save the day? You're not on payroll for this. Like, no. But yeah, I don't know. The dynamic seems very strange. I'm gonna be real. That part of the dynamic seems very strange. I don't mind the emotional, no tears left to cry, even though there's a bunch of tears, but I'm not mad at it. They're bonding on that. You've got people saying that they've possibly trauma bonded. Because I guess, I don't know the whole lore with Cynthia Erivo, but I think maybe Cynthia once upon a time had spoken about something that she had to endure on set. Maybe I read somewhere. And a lot of people are saying that Ariana Grande is not being honest about the things that she had to endure on set whilst recording for Victorious. My thing is, and I'm going to keep it very fair here, right? We get it. Dan Schneider is a flipping monster. He's a monster who should be behind bars, but he isn't. Okay, he's a monster who was on Ozempic and he looks trash. His before and after is still trash. Yeah, I wasn't saying not too much now, but a lot. Yeah, let me talk my talk. Okay. Well, Dan Schneider's a monster who should be behind bars and should never work with kids again. Should never be on TV again. Point blank. Period. Okay. But that's not the case. That's not the situation. There was a docu-series thing that came out a year ago or 2 years ago exposing Nickelodeon and exposing Dan Schneider specifically. Okay, we know that there's some horror stories of him and Amanda Bynes. There are so many people that came forward to speak up, and rightfully so. But I think a lot of people expected Ariana Grande to make a statement or to be a part of the documentary. But you guys have to understand, if you had the same energy for Ariana Grande, then have the same energy for the rest of the Victorious cast who didn't say anything because maybe they don't have a story to share, or maybe they don't feel comfortable sharing that story. Just because someone experiences a trauma doesn't mean that the whole world needs to know about it. I don't even think that should be, I was going to say maybe that's an unpopular opinion. It should be an unpopular opinion. Not everybody wants to speak on something they've had to go through. Maybe they're not ready to speak on it yet. And I get it. You guys just want to hear what it is. I wonder what Ariana Grande... And that's fine to have that thought. Maybe she didn't go through anything. I don't know. Now, she was working on Victorious for a couple of years. So maybe she's witnessed things. Maybe she was the person to go through things. Yes, we get it. But I think there's no proof. There's literally just no proof yet to say that she was definitely traumatized being on set. You know, I pray for everyone's well-being and mental health. That's the most important thing you have as a human being. When that's not good, then everything else fails. And it doesn't matter how much money these people have, they're still going to struggle from time to time. Yeah. But I don't know if that's the case. I know that she's recently spoken about how she is finding the good in touring again, because for so long it felt like this chore. And we hear Miley Cyrus talk about it too. We hear Justin Bieber talk about how, tour is tiring. Yes, we get it. They're making so much money. We get it. But I think the older I'm getting, the more I'm realizing that yes, there are superstars who are multi-millionaires and they're doing just fine, but I also do have empathy for them. If they say they're struggling and their mental health wasn't great, then I'm gonna be like, oh damn, because I couldn't even tell. I'm gonna be real. Like the same way you guys are saying that you missed 2018 era, 2019, we didn't know that she was going, obviously she went on public record to talk about how, she's got PTSD from certain things, but we didn't know that she was really battling a lot of things until she spoke out recently in a Vogue, Beauty Secrets. I think it was a year ago. So I love how I said recently, then I said a year ago. But yeah, I think there is something that they've definitely bonded over. I don't think they're dating or in a relationship. To my knowledge, Cynthia has a wife. A whole woman at home. I don't know if Cynthia knows that, but Ariana Grande is with Ethan Slater. Why, I do not know, but we've been over that, I know. So yeah, that's just a rumor. They're still going strong, 10 toes down. You've got a lot of Ariana Grande fans. It's so funny to me. You've got a lot of Ariana Grande fans who will make edits of Ethan Slater and have the most edit songs, like The Weeknd, Lana Del Rey, so TikTok edit coded down. And usually those songs do it for me, I can see what you see. I'm not there with Ethan Slater. I doubt I'm going to be there, and no one's going to make me try and see it. Because I see comments like, okay, Ariana Grande, I get it now. I don't get it now. I don't get it. I didn't get it a year ago. When was it? I didn't get it. I don't get it. I don't get the whole Ethan Slater appeal. Okay. Anyways, yeah, the dynamic is kind of interesting because it's just weird. The compilations, you would have seen at the start of the video, Ariana Grande is struggling to open a water bottle. Cynthia just constantly looking what is it that you know that we don't know? I'm confused, guys. What is it that you like? Cynthia. Also, my dog is barking. Don't worry, my dad is downstairs. I think someone's at my door. Someone's at, not my door. Someone's downstairs. Don't worry. Okay, I think someone's coming in. Probably my sister. But yeah, what is it you know that we don't know? Because we're all just shook, confused.com. Yeah. I don't know what's going on in the House of Commons. Why am I saying House of Commons? That's over the pond, darling. Okay. Yeah, I just hope everyone's good, man. Because I see the conversations people are having, and I'm like, yeah, I see where you guys are coming from, but I do think that let's try and see it from their perspective a little bit more, because I don't think the conversations are understandable, sorry, but like they aren't as nuanced as I thought it would be. And this is not even coming from like a diehard stand of any of these women. It's just like I appreciate them. I think they're all talented, but I do think something's up, you know? Like the shocked, confused faces they make in interviews, like they both have the same eyes, by the way. Didn't even know that until I was editing a video the other day. But like, yeah, like they look quite similar. I didn't realize it. I mean, I know they say you look like your soulmate. I'm joking, let me stop it. But like, you know, they do this shocked face all the time. Like when someone's interviewing them, they always like, it's like they struggle to hear, or like, oh my God, like they're about to die. Like, I'm confused. How did we get here? Like, I don't know, man. All I know is that we want to see Ariana Grande on stage. Cynthia Erivo, baby, we love you, but it's time to be apart. Like, I don't know. Like, did you guys spend Thanksgiving together? Like, it's okay to be apart. It's okay to be apart. I know they have like multiple like tattoos and matching tattoos and stuff like that. Again, I don't think that's that big of a deal for me. You've got people who are saying that Ariana Grande is probably going to drop Cynthia in about 2 to 5 business days because she does that with people. I just feel like this seems a little bit different. This one seems different. This one seems like, okay, you know what? You've got a friend in me. Like literally it's giving that. And I'm not mad at it, but it's like the constant attachment. Like the attachment style is very interesting here because I don't want someone to be that attached to me. It looks good if it's coming from a partner. It's like, because you know you hear a lot of girls say like, I want my partner to be like so obsessed with me. Do you though? Because obsession can do the strangest of things. And let's just pretend it's not Cynthia we're talking about. If this was a whole man doing this or a whole woman doing this, you wouldn't find it like even comical in the slightest. You'd be like, call the police, please, because like, come on, like what? I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird. Yeah, I really want to know what happened to Michelle. Like, she didn't look that way before. She looks very different. She looks skinnier. And it's like, it is dramatic. It's dramatic. And, you know, you shouldn't comment on people's bodies, but like, you also do when it comes to Eugenia Cooney. You know, you've been doing that from the beginning, from... as soon as she started YouTube, people have been doing it, and I get it, it's not right, but some things can just look concerning. And I'm gonna die on that hill. And I know it's gonna be an unpopular opinion, and people are gonna be like, no, but you should just never comment on somebody. But sometimes things just look concerning, and maybe we shouldn't always express that and verbalize it, and you know, get on TikTok and say this and do that, or make YouTube videos. Sure, okay, fine. But sometimes it is just necessary, and it's important to have these conversations. The amount of glamorization of EDs on Twitter, on TikTok, on Pinterest is not cute, but it's becoming this new norm. And if having these conversations is what it takes for at least someone to understand that, then sure. And that's why talking sometimes is great. Okay? But yeah, so the lady who worked with Ariana Grande 10 years ago, who's saying that she was already small at the time, and how Ariana Grande looks even smaller now and how she's concerned. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, I just don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. I think that, again, she was in close proximity to Ariana Grande once upon a time, and she was small at the time. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Because I think the people saying these things are not people who just want to speak to who people, it's not just people who want to hate for the sake of hating. I think it's just like, either fans of Ariana Grande who noticed that, whoa, she looks so different. Or it's just the general public who's like, wait, I didn't know Ariana Grande to look like that. Or like, what happened? She does look different. She's dropped the tan as well. Her hair color looks different. The brow shape looks like, there's so many contributing factors. And I don't think she's awful, by the way. I wouldn't take it as far as that. People are saying that she's chopped. These Gen Z terms, just please die. Let's leave it behind, yeah? Also, I'm going to be making a Trends We're Leaving Behind in 2025 video. That might be my last video of the year, so just be on the lookout for that because it's coming next month. I can't believe next month is December. It's mad, isn't it? But anyways, yeah, my brain just, it's crazy. yeah, I don't know. Like, people really take it as far as saying she's ugly now, she's this, she's that, she's that, she's that. I wouldn't say any of those words because I don't even believe that. Not in the slightest. I think she's still very pretty. I love the fact that we have this, the new hair color change, the brown. Loving it a lot more. You haven't lost her, all right? I think a lot of people are making it seem like you've completely lost Ariana Grande. She will never get back to being the Ariana Grande that you adore, the Ariana Grande that you had as a poster in your room. Like, I think people are taking it too far, but I do think there's probably something going on that we will probably either never know about or know about if she ever wrote a biography or ever came out with a documentary. And I would love that from her. I think that she's had to go through a lot of things. She recently kind of exposed Scooter Braun without giving away too much. We spoke about that over my second channel, and I would love a tell-all from Ariana Grande. There's plenty of artists I would love a tell-all for, because especially child stars, you know, I can only imagine the things that you've been forced to do or been told that you have to do in order to make it. As much as Ariana Grande is talented and beautiful, a lot of talented and beautiful people still get hit with blackmail. They still get told that you're never going to make it in this industry if you don't do this, if you don't do that. And a lot of it is sexual, right? And there's a lot of not only child stars, but celebrities have come out to say these things. And I don't wish that on Ariana Grande. And I hope that she's never experienced those things, by the way, or anybody that we're talking about in today's video, okay? But it's just like, we're never going to know the story of Ariana Grande like you think you do. Because I know a lot of fans need to make it seem like they know every single chapter or every era. You're never going to know. You don't know the conversations that she's having with her parents, with family members. You don't know what it is that she's crying about, or things that she gets extremely happy about. We're just never going to know this about anyone. I wouldn't know that about you. You wouldn't know that about me either, yeah? I just think that sometimes it does come across as quite obsessive when I look at Cynthia and Ariana Grande's dynamic. And again, the whole babying thing, I wonder like what that's about. I don't know. I'm not I can't tell someone what they've got. I would hate if someone told me, bitch, you a bleep, 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 okay? But like, something does feel different. There's something in the air, you know? And I don't know. I don't know. I just hope that this doesn't go on for too long. I don't want to see Ariana and Cynthia too much anymore. Like, I get it, that's probably a Bessie. Beep, is that my Bessie and a Tessie? Like, sure, but like, I just want to see Ariana Grande by herself, okay? Like, I'm sorry if I shouldn't have said it, bitch, I said it. Like, I'm excited to see this new era of Ariana Grande and what it is that she gets up to. I know that she's touring next year, so seeing her on stage again will be great to just see. I know that Wicked was probably like a life-changing moment for her. Some people believe that this era has just been the worst for Ariana Grande in terms of everything. For me, she just seems like somebody who's gassed to be here and just happy that this is happening. But I do think there's a few strange moments, and there's no need to like pretend that there isn't, okay? There's some questionable moments. And again, if my friend was that close to me, bitch, you better back it up. Dun, 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 free hops this time. Dun, dun. Like, girl, what? Like, what do you mean you're that close and watching me from a distance and you're right there and you're protecting me, holding my waist 20, like, we're not lovers. And even from a lover, I don't want all of that, but that's just my humble opinion. But what do I know, right? Yeah, I don't know, like, it's just, and also, like, if it is true that they're just having a boiled egg and water, that's not healthy. You will be frail. You will not be able to stand for too long. You would probably start to have the shakes. You would feel like, you know what, my stamina, no more interviews, I'm tired. They can afford to live good lifestyles, healthy lifestyles. They can have chefs who cook, like, there's literally, like, I just hope that's not true, because again, that was doing the rounds on TikTok, but it's like, how do you guys know that that was actually the diet? Who told you that? Like, did any of them go on record say, okay guys, by the way, we couldn't eat, we had to suffer? And also, it's like, if that was true, what would be the purpose of having them be skinny for this role? And also, F toxic sets, yeah? Like, what happened to just coming to work? Take me as I am. If you don't like me, get someone that actually looks like the person you want them to be. You know, like, the whole eggs situation, ain't no way, boy, ain't no way. There's just no way. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I think I've had like a pretty fair take on this topic. I just feel like, I hope they're okay, genuinely. And I hope that in 5 to 10 years time, or even longer than that we don't have so here's what really happened. Like, I don't want that. I don't wish that upon them. But it's like, Michelle's transformation though. Like, I get it. Yeah, Cynthia Erivo looked different too, but Michelle as well. Like, what is going on? All right, guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. I'm no more Wicked content, I think, for me. I consumed it a year ago and having to consume it recently because it just came out in cinema. But it's like, phenomenal movie, but I will be more than happy not seeing them all again. Because I do think it's gone too far now. Like, the memes of Cynthia Erivo, like, she's funny, she's iconic, cute, love that. But the memes where they try to make it seem like, oh my god, she's obsessed, she's looking from a distance, Cynthia Erivo, she's there, she's gonna get you, oh my god, don't let Cynthia see this. Like that is the part that I just don't like. And I'm not gonna lie, she isn't exactly helping herself, because Cynthia girl, you can't pretend that you don't see the memes. You definitely fall into it. You definitely play into it, and you probably shouldn't. But I don't know, maybe she is toxic. I don't know. We don't know. But that dynamic is just not healthy in the long run, and it will drive me literally to insanity. It's not healthy. Keep it cute, focus on yourself, love me from a distance, or even love me, call me up every day, but let's not do the whole obsessive thing where we're touchy feeling constantly, because I doubt Ariana Grande needs constant attention like that, because that's not normal either. Then you need to do the work. I don't think any human needs constant attention. Obviously, if you're disabled or whatever, that's different. If you're disabled or sick, that's different. I'm talking about constant attention where they need to be attentive, touching hands, doing this, doing that. There was even a clip. There was nothing wrong with Ariana Grande's necklace, and then you've got Cynthia adjusting it, and I'm like, babes, keep it cute and behave. You know, like, I'm just shickety shockety shook, and I'm confused basically. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. What do you guys think about it? And yes, I'll catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye.